Hey there guys, it's Jackie at Cruising the Sierra Farm. So I'm out here at my no dig row, and this is where I decided this year to grow our potatoes. I have received a section that did I think it could have done a little bit better, but I ran out of time to I shouldn't say that. I'm not gonna blame it on that. I just didn't take the time to bury them as they grew for a higher yield. And let me turn this around really quick to show you. This section right here is what I harvested. I still have a ton of, there are red fingerling potatoes, and then on the other side of those are banana potatoes, and right here at my feet are more red potatoes. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, the red potatoes have taken a little bit longer, although crazily enough, they have produced larger amounts, larger size of potato. This is my homemade compost. They've done really well. I did harvest 2 of our red potatoes, two plants, sorry. And I don't know, there's probably 1, 2, 3 left. I like to try to get in 2 crops a year. And so anywhere from 90 to 120 days is what's necessary. Hi, buddy. Just wanted to say hi. Huh, buddy. So anyway, I don't know if you know, I had to learn this the hard way a couple years ago, that potatoes require a lot of nutrients in the soil. A lot. We had our upper garden, where if you've been following me, you know we've got all of our tomatoes up there, and we have our watermelon up there, and we are using a weed barrier this year, and it is fantastic. We weren't sure how it was going to work, if it was going to be too hot to grow anything because it's black, but it has done amazingly. And I've got some watermelons that are enormous in size, and super excited about that. But anyway, a couple years ago, my son and I had tried to plant some potatoes, and we grew really great plants, and we yielded no potatoes. And so the research that I had done basically was telling me that the ground was fallow. Fallow means there's no nutrients. They've been depleted, or the soil has been just sedentary for so many years without any activity in it and no nutrients, because the growing that you have done in it previously has depleted the nutrients. Okay, so because potatoes require a lot of nutrients in the soil, we grew plants, but we didn't grow any potatoes. And oh man, I was so disappointed, because the plants were amazing looking, and I kept covering them and growing the mound. And hang on, smart puppy. He was getting ready to climb in the garden beds, and he's learning that those are off limits to him. And I just caught him trying to climb into the where we harvested our garlic from, and now I have beet seeds growing in there right now. So anyway, again, I have harvested the potatoes here in this row because I don't know how many more nutrients might still be there. My goal is to make sure there's plenty enough and not have to worry about knowing whether there's enough in there or not to grow this next crop and be successful with it. So this is one of the reasons why I have rabbits, and I raise the rabbits mainly for their manure, because it is a cold manure. It is valuable in right now fertilizer. Cold manure means it won't heat up like cow manure, like horse manure, like chicken manure. It's too hot in nitrogen. It'll kill your plants if you try to use it fresh. Rabbit manure, that's not the case. So I can literally take it right out from underneath the I can take it right out from underneath their hutch and put it right wherever I need it. I can even put it on top of seedlings. It won't hurt them at all. What I am looking for, where is it? There it is. My handy dandy tool. This guy right here. So I will be moving the manure around into this area here. And here's the rabbit manure. I just went and raked underneath the hutch, and I have half a 5-gallon container, and I will literally just be tossing it out amongst the pile here. And I will have enough manure in a couple days to do that again. So I will just use this tool here to work it in. I know this is my no dig row, but I'm digging simply to put in more good nutrients down in the soil and grow our next batch. I'll do this better when I have more than one hand. I don't have my chest thingy on me. So let me show you my buddy some potatoes, seed potatoes, ready to get their butts in the ground and grow. Here's something kind of fun. This was from last year's crops, and these are purple potatoes that are still trying to grow. Can you see that? There we go. See that? So we will go ahead and plant these, a few of them in this area, and then I will probably harvest this area with the red potatoes in a day or two, and we'll plant the rest of this area. And then at that point, maybe I'll be able to harvest all of that, and what my plan is to use that soil to bury these deeper so that we get a larger yield in our second crop. So, we got a listener. Hi, girl. That's probably Henrietta. Maggie's Henrietta. My girlfriend that passed away. That is a chicken I named after, or for her. She always wanted a chicken named Henrietta. With gardening, it's hard work, and sometimes there's failures that really get you down, and then sometimes you can't keep up with the production. So, how buddy? The great thing, this first little batch, I mean, I've been able to set aside some potatoes in the freezer, and I've done up some mashed potatoes to freeze dry, and so it looks like it's going to be a pretty successful year on the potatoes. And I will have to save some from our fall crop to plant for next year, as well as some of these banana and red fingerling potatoes we'll save for next spring, and the red potatoes. But I didn't save any of the russets simply because I wasn't really tickled with how the growth was on them. You know, it said like 125 days, and I waited. I was super patient and waited those days, and they were showing signs that they were ready to be harvested, but the size was not indicative of what I was looking for. So I'm hoping that this variety that we're gonna plant, it is a russet. Actually, I think it might even be called like a Minnesota, or a Minnesota potato, or Wisconsin. I don't know. But they're ready. I mean, look, they're already leaving out. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and you will now know that if you struggled with your potatoes, or you didn't get good yields, or you didn't get any yields, you may know now why. Your ground has to be very, very, very high in nutrients, and compost seems to be my best source. Well, it's my only source because that's what we use. We make all of our own growing medium. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you on the next video. Y'all have a great day. So there we go. I've got them all dug down in. We will go ahead and cover them. And when they start to come up, we will cover the plant again and again and see how our crop yield is this time. So stay tuned.